Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from AnthonysCustoms, and for this review we are looking at the Heroes of the Storm THRALL figure from NECA. This guy's part of the final wave of the Heroes of the Storm line. Sadly, it is coming to an end, and this guy is a great figure to go out on. I think they did a really good job with most of it. Just looking at it, it's just so impressive looking. I will say it seems maybe a bit undersized. I don't know. I don't think the orcs are supposed to be as big as they were in the movie, or at least they haven't been in the past. So maybe it's okay. You guys can let me know if you're a WoW person or a HOTS fan. HOTS person? That sounds funny. Anyway, let me know if the sizing is an issue, but we'll get to that in just a second. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 7 inches, a little shorter than 7 inches to the top of his head. His ponytail sits a little bit higher than that. And that makes him just about 17 inches. So for comparative purposes, so you guys can let me know size-wise if he's supposed to be this big or not. Here's Sylvanas, and here's THRALL. Now Kiss. No, she's just a little bit shorter. So is that how it is, or is he supposed to be big, or what? You guys can let me know. I'm just curious. You guys can decide that for yourself, since I don't know. But look at this guy. I do know that they packed on an incredible ton of sculpt and paint. It's just incredible to me that, I mean, I get that a lot of the stuff NECA does is a repaint type of thing with, not complete repaint, but, you know, with the xenomorphs and the predators, they're able to reuse a lot of stuff and it saves them a lot of money. But you don't see this kind of stuff from domestic companies, so I think it's just incredible. I mean, the entire thing is covered in paint and sculpt. It's absolutely fantastic looking. These are bendy. His hair is bendy. Not that that's entirely necessary, but it is. It's a totally separate piece that's bendy. I think that's just fantastic. Before we talk about the figure anymore, though, let's talk accessories. He has one. It's his hammer, and it is incredibly nicely sculpted and has a really nice paint job on it. So, very happy about that. Now, the paint job on this guy, let's look a little bit closer. Nice saturated colors. You can see the face is very cleanly painted. The eyes are good. The teeth are good. There's a little bit of red in there for the mouth. The hair is painted well. There's shading throughout the hair. It's just everything is as it should be in terms of aesthetics on this guy. It hardly looks like an action figure. Unfortunately, due to that bulk and all of that armor and stuff, it is going to be pretty difficult to pose him in any dynamic pose. But he does have some articulation, so let's go ahead and talk about that. The head is on what I think is just a single ball peg, so it'll rotate around. Of course, it does get limited because you have those big pauldrons there, but he's got decent articulation for the head given the circumstances. It can lean side to side a little bit for some attitude. Looking up is just going to do a little bit. Looking down, just a little bit again because that beard's in the way. The ponytail is on a swivel, so you can move that around as you need to, so that's pretty cool. These shoulder pads are incredibly soft plastic. That's a very wise choice from NECA because they are connected to the shoulder up here by the neck. So they will get in the way a little bit and they will hinder the articulation some. So the shoulders already can't go that high, just a little bit short of horizontal. And then, of course, they do have the full rotation, but the shoulder pads get in the way. So you're going to have to be aware of that. It's going to be pretty difficult to pose his arms. You do have a swivel at the elbow. That'll give you your bicep swivel. And you get a little bit of a hinge there, but it's only about 45 degrees. So I like that. They do have the articulation, but it is very minimal. One thing to note, I just saw that there's even a scar sculpted in there. They didn't have to do that, but they did, and I like that. And then we have for the hands, it's just a ball peg as far as I can tell. And the hands just move a little bit because we have these forearm pieces on here, which is soft plastic again. I like that they did that, but it still doesn't afford that much range. For the torso, it's essentially just a swivel. It's hidden behind this belt piece, this kind of girder belt piece thing. And I think it's technically a ball peg, but you have no range. So even if it is, it's really just a swivel. For the hips, you do have ball hinge hips, which work pretty well, given how bulky he is. Let's get these guys out of the way. So you can bring the hips out pretty far to the side. I mean, that is definitely better than Spider-Man. Any Spider-Man figure we've had recently, I think this is better than that. So that's pretty cool. And then bringing the legs forward, you get almost none. So that's not Spider-Man level because we have this armor right here. It just runs into the crotch piece. Nothing you can do about that. This is nice and soft. It doesn't get in the way, but this definitely does. You do have a thigh swivel if you need it. Not going to help that much, but it's there. And then you have a knee joint. It's a swivel hinge just like the elbow. So you can bend the knee a little bit better than 45, I guess. And you do have that rotation if you need it. And then lastly, for the foot, we just have a ball peg. So going forward, not going to get too much due to that shin armor, even though it is soft again. Going back, you get a little bit, and then you do get a fairly decent ankle rocker, which is good because his hips do come out to the side pretty well. So yes, he is very limited in terms of posability, but I don't think there's really any way around that, especially at a $20 to $25 price point. It's just, that's how it's going to be, and it's going to look fantastic. So put him in a basic pose and be happy with it, and I definitely recommend it. He has much more excuse to be limited in posability compared to Sylvanas, for instance. I get that she's got a lot of armor, but she's also very slender compared to this guy, and they have about the same range. So this guy gets the vote in my book, and it is available in Big Bad Toy Store. So check out the link in the description below and go get you some. Thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I have new videos up every single day. We talk about action figures, movies, TV shows, video games, all kinds of fun stuff. So make sure you come back for that. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. And in the meantime, keep collecting.